John Smith loved being a taxi driver. He loved being his own boss. He loved the freedom. The one thing he loved more was his wife.
Hi, Johnny, sweetie.
Hello, sweetheart.
Oh, and his other wife.
Hi, sweetie. Hi, I'm Holly Patrick, reporting for the Fan Carpet, and we are here in freezing cold Leicester Square for the premiere of the new film, Run for Your Wife. The film stars Dyer, Sarah Harding and Denise Van Outen. We caught up with some of the cast and crew, so let's go see what they have to say. Your character, go.
Bigamist, complete wrong un, 2 wives. The whole film just trying to prevent them from meeting ever.
Okay.
But loves them both really. Not that much of a wrong un. Actually loves them really dearly, but you know, don't know how to get rid of any one of them. So tries to keep it all sweet. That's the fucking film. That's it.
That's it.
It's a farce. It's ridiculous.
Bigamy, would you recommend it?
Yeah, good game it is. Yeah, I'd recommend it. Yeah, if you've got some bollocks about you.
Did you have to learn the knowledge to be a taxi driver?
No, I didn't actually, but I love driving about in a black cab. It was so cool.
Maybe B career for you?
Well, it might have to be, 'cause if this film don't work, I'm fucked.
I read that you wrote this on the back of a sick bag on an aeroplane.
I'm afraid that is absolutely true. I mean, some people have said how appropriate that this play has been written on the back of a sick bag. But I'd got this idea going around in my head for some time about a guy with 2 wives, and I was sitting in the airport waiting to go, and I said, to my wife who was with me, I've only got one wife, and
luckily,
yeah, and I said, I think I've got it. I think I know what he should be. He should be a taxi driver. And we got on the aeroplane, and I was so anxious to get it down on paper, and then I realised I usually carry bits of paper, and I got no paper, and the only thing that was there was a sick bag. So actually, it was 2 sick bags because it was such a long plot. So I've ended up with 2 sick bags, which is the play of Run for Your Wife.
There you go. And why a taxi driver?
Because I thought of all the things he could be, maybe a lorry driver, an actor who's on tour, that sort of thing, a musician who's touring around. And then I thought, no, wait a minute, he wants to be ordinary. A taxi driver, yeah, taxi drivers, they're all a bit eccentric, taxi drivers. They've all got a story to tell. And so I ended up with taxi driver. And
is there any the main differences between your original play and this film?
Very, very little. I think the laughs will come in exactly the same places. Luckily, I've been able to open it up as a movie, because in the stage play it took place in each wife's home that you saw at the same time. So it wasn't all that difficult to open up. But of course, what I've ended up with, I've persuaded 120 of my old theatre chums to play mates, to play a cameo role. That must be Dyer coming up, that loud cheer. Yes, Danny's been a joy to work with. So I've got all my old chums in it, having 1 line, 2 line, back of a headshot, crowd scenes. So it's fun. Every day was fun, of course.
And obviously the whole thing is probably quite hilarious. But what's your favourite bit?
Favourite bit? Well, I suppose my favourite bit is, well, I shouldn't say it, otherwise people will know what it is. No,
you have to tell us.
Tell us. Okay, it's when Neil Morrissey comes in. He's put earlier on. We've seen him put a chocolate cake on the settee, and somebody comes through the door that he doesn't want to see, so he leaps over to hide himself onto the settee, and he lands smack on the chocolate cake. Well, I like the old Abbott and Costello movies. People watching or listening to this will not know Abbott and Costello, but they were 2 wonderful comedians from way back.
So, tell me about your character in the film.
Well, I play this outrageous homosexual who he's a dress designer, and my even more outrageous boyfriend is Lionel Blair, and we have to dye a dress red for a customer, and we dye it in the bath, but he leaves the tap running, goes to answer the phone, and then the red dye goes all into the flat below, which causes absolute chaos, and Lionel and I spent about 3-4 days filming it covered in red dye. It was hysterical.
So you wouldn't dye anything yourself at home?
Certainly not. No way.
And are you a fan of the original play?
I am. I think the play is brilliant, very clever, and Ray is very clever, Ray Cooney. He's a wonderful master of his art. He's fantastic.
Did you feel the script was good enough to work with?
Oh, God, fantastic. And I think I can't wait to see it. I'm dying to see it.
We're gonna get it now.
Danny Dyer, Neil Morrissey, Denise Van Outen and Sarah Harding.
That was bloody funny.
Run for Your Wife.
I'm gonna call the police.
In cinemas Valentine's Day.
I've never laughed so much in my life. Look, count the hyenas, sweetheart.